Billy Goodnick, Garden Wise. We're at the Santa Barbara Botanic Garden in the beautiful foothills of the San Ynez Mountains. We're talking about different types of plants for different situations, and now I'm going to talk to Alejandro Lemus, the horticultural educator here. And we're talking about little flower beds, things where you want stuff that's kind of pretty. We often think about natives as being those kind of tough background plants, but there's a lot of natives that are going to look like Martha Stewart put them in your garden. One of my all-time favorites, even if it wasn't beautiful and fern-like and have these great flowers, the name alone is a reason to have it in your garden. It's called Verbena lilacina de la Mina, and you can't do any better than that. So Alejandro, what do we like about this guy?
This one, what's not to like about Verbena lilacina de la Mina with a name like that? It has really nice flowers. In fact, if you're looking to attract beneficial pollinators like the monarch butterfly and other butterflies, Verbena is actually a great nectar source for them. It's green year-round.
Wait. Smells like carnations, and you can stand many feet away from it, and on a warm day, you wonder where it's coming from.
Yeah, to me it smells like cloves, but I guess our noses are different there.
Cloves and yeah.
Yeah. But wonderful fragrant smell there. Horticulturally in the garden, Verbena performs really, really well. It's a well-behaved plant. In fact, you can shear this back 2 or 3 times a year with the head shears and actually promote further or subsequent bloom season.
And if anything can withstand commercial landscape maintenance, this plant can. So that tells you what it's up for. Yeah.
Verbena, definitely a powerhouse plant.
Anything else to know about it? Is it, it's not temperamental, overwater, that sort of thing?
So this,
don't overwater anything.
Don't overwater. Here at the garden, we recommend watering your native plants when you first plant them deeply and infrequently until the roots get established after that first summer. But really easy native plant to start with. If you've never planted a native plant, definitely recommend starting with the Verbena.
It would probably be good in a big pot too, right?
This would perform wonderfully
because the root system's the plant gets about like so, and if you have a big container, this is great. You could even put a few other things in to trickle out of it. I treat it the way I would use lavender, just the lavender bush in a garden. It's about a substitute for that, but a little bit funkier looking. So we've got our purplish flowers. Let's stick with the purple, and the blues.
Yeah.
This is blue-eyed grass. No, this is yellow-eyed grass. There's also a blue Sisyrinchium. And we call it a grass, but it's actually in the iris family, if I'm not incorrect.
Yeah. So yeah, as Billy was mentioning, this one is in the iris family, despite being called yellow-eyed grass. It's very similar to the blue-eyed grass. It's really nice to include in a perennial border. It spreads very slowly. It's a clumping perennial, but you get greeted by these lovely yellow flowers in the springtime. And it's actually a plant that would do really well in a perennial border because it actually doesn't mind a bit of extra moisture. This can tolerate some supplemental water quite easily. And in fact, that'll help it spread.
Aren't there some Sisyrinchiums that grow in like bogs and on stream edges? So,
yeah, this would be one of them. So it definitely prefers having a bit of wet feet.
And another little bitty pretty one, we've talked about this in other segments, but this is Heuchera maxima or island alum root, and it gets these tall, almost like the diameter of a pencil lead, with these beautiful kind of off-white bone-colored flowers.
Cream-colored flowers.
What else do we want to know about it? Very garden-friendly.
Very garden-friendly. In fact, if you're going to plant heucheras or island alum root in the garden, or any heuchera, any coral bell, these especially look well when they're mass planted. So planted in huge, huge swaths to really help accentuate those flower stalks to get in the
spring. About how far from each other?
Something like a heuchera that probably gets no more than a foot wide. You're probably looking at planting them about maybe 2 to 3 feet apart, just to make sure that they're growing, that they're able to grow and have that airspace in between them.
They're at my front porch. If you happen to be driving by, you'll see them. And we've got another gift that keeps on giving.
Oof.
This is common yarrow, Achillea or Achillea. Where do you go?
Potato, potato.
Potato, potato. There's a potato, potato plant.
Yeah.
Tell us about flowers.
Yeah, Achillea, I say Achillea.
Okay,
Millefolium, yeah, there you go. So it's our common yarrow. They come in many different flavors, but my favorite is there we go. So this is the pink variety. This one here this is our common yarrow. So the flowers you get on this one are white. But my favorite thing to talk about when it comes to yarrow is the fact that it is a ground cover. And if you're looking for a native plant that tolerates moderate foot traffic, you're looking for something that'll do well near your pathways, yarrow is a great one. You get greeted by these nice umbrella or flat-topped white flower clusters in the springtime. Really great for butterflies.
Pollinators.
Really great for pollinators, the yarrow plant.
I'll give you a caution because I planted 2 of these in my garden and I have to fight them back every once in a while, but they're kind of easy. They do run across the surface and they'll root as they go. But I've also dropped a few in the middle of my mulch paths and I step on them every day.
Yeah.
And they're starting to spread out and they do make a decent lawn substitute.
Yeah.
Just don't try playing polo on them. The horses get distracted by the flowers, I think.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think you can play a football game on these, but you could definitely walk on them from time to time.
Yeah, mine are staying an inch where they get stepped on. The foliage gets about this tall where we don't. I think that's all our pretty flower stuff. Come up to the Botanic Garden, snoop around.